Hi guys, I'm Crystal. Good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. It's Thursday afternoon and like I said, it's just an ordinary day for me. I took Max out for a walk this morning. I've just taken Max out, my Chihuahua, for a walk this afternoon, and in between I've been watching the news because we were all intrigued to find out who this BBC presenter was because of the Sun newspaper hiding his face. Now I know who it is, and I was shocked because he seems like a really nice guy. He obviously, when the Queen died, he announced Queen Elizabeth's death, Hugh Edwards. So I was completely shocked. He seems such a really nice guy, but you just don't know who to believe and what's going on. I don't judge people unless I actually know somebody. There's so much lies and crap banging around in newspapers and online, etc., that you just don't know what the truth is. I'm just getting on with my life, and the news is part of my life. I watch it. I think all of us do at some point. Buy a newspaper, watch the news. So I've just been in my flat really since this morning. We've had like somebody cleaning up the grounds, a couple of guys in a Cleanscape van cleaning up Corey's Road. I was inside my flat when all the noise was going on outside. I wondered what it was. You go over to look. A couple of guys cleaning up the plants and the weeds and the dirt and carrying them off in a Cleanscapes van. I've had post, but I've had no parcels. When I went out this afternoon, as I wrote in my diary yesterday, for anybody that's read it, and I haven't actually published it, it's been lying on my sofa, my diary. When I go out, it sits on my sofa. I wrote what happened yesterday up on my diary, and I get very low views, but everyone seems to know what I've said. Even though I get very low views on YouTube, everyone seems to know what I've written and what I've said. So basically, I went out of my flat with my lovely dog and walked through to where the mailboxes are, and I opened my mailbox and I've got my mail, and there was 2 parcels from my neighbour next door. Left those alone where they are, and a parcel for somebody else. So there were 3 parcels on the floor, not for me. And this is my post here. I've got a cool, calm and collected Royal Mail slip. Cool, calm and collected. Buy online and save time and money. We'll even bring the label too. Thanks to your postie, you can now send and return parcels from home, work or a safe place without going out of your way. We're at your doorstep anyway. How handy is that? I also am a member of the RSPB, Royal Society of the Protection of Birds. So this little envelope came for me, so I did get some post today, which is better than nothing. RSPB to Crystal. Just going to open this now. Right. Plums. Big summer sale. Plums. We have, in 2022, we paid over £53,000 in claims to more than 44,000 customers. 53 million in claims to more than 44,000 of our customers. Stay sure. We've got 2 blonde women laughing their heads off on the front of the leaflet with lovely white teeth. Right there. Tailored cover that suits you. We have luxury face, body and hair care set, handmade in England. We We've got the week, try 6 free issues with Donald Trump in a baseball hat. Donald Trump in a baseball hat. We've got sale. Mobility. I said that my mum is having trouble with her legs, my mum. So they've sent me a leaflet about mobility furniture. And I said that my mum is having mobility issues. Right, that's that. So then the RSPB magazine. Royal Society of the Protection of Birds. Summer and Autumn 2023. Madagascar, the 8th continent. Happy 80th birthday youth groups. Mobility. I said that I suffer from severe depression. Everything in here to make you feel depressed. Couples laughing together. Blondes all over the place. Blonde women. So you're a single person on your own and you've got a couple with a glass of wine advertised on the back. So Crystal is me. I said that my mother Jennifer is having mobility issues. She is. And so I'm not depressed right at the moment. I'm pissed off and fed up. I'll be honest with you. I'm pissed off and fed up being used for free. And I'm just minding my own business, not really talking to anybody, keeping out the way, keeping quiet, and not being put in a predicament where I've got to tell someone to keep off me. Because that's what happens when someone assaults you, does something you don't like, you tend to stay away and keep out the way so it doesn't happen again. That's my reaction to what has happened a few weeks ago, and I'm keeping out of the way. And it was stemming from the co-op. I don't go in there very much now. I certainly don't go in there in the mornings, because that's when that guy used to hover about. So I go to different places to get my things, and I don't bump into him. It's as simple as that. I'm protecting myself, I'm looking out for myself. He told me he was Charlie, he was 61, and he was a bachelor. And then he's living in a flat with another woman. And you're just conned, you see. You're conned and taken the piss out of. And I don't want that. I'm not free. Afraid I'm not free. So there you go. Don't make a fool out of me. So I went out of the building. I threw some rubbish out into the bin. Then I walked onto the Rochester Riverside field, and there was a man coming off with 2 pug dogs, and there was a blonde woman on the field. So I walked through the middle and around, and I walked Max, who's extremely tired. It's really, really hot. I hear that there are warnings in Rome because of the heat. It's global warming. People are actually dying of the heat. This is global warming. All around the world, global warming. People are dying of the intense heat that we've got. By the way, I watched the tennis last night with Eubanks and Medvedev. Medvedev won. Eubanks was a very good player, very talented, animated player. I enjoyed that match. I switched over and saw that Camilla Parker Bowles was watching the tennis with her sister. Many of us would like to go to Wimbledon. We can't because we can't get hold of tickets. It's expensive. And there in the grounds was Camilla smiling with her sister. Fair enough. Didn't spoil my day. So I watched the tennis last night. I'm going to on and off watch tennis today, this evening. Watch the news, catch up on the news, and watch my little YouTube videos on catfish scammers. So I turned down a bloke off a flirt finder. I didn't. Now to date someone, you've got to find common interests, and he didn't have the same interests of me. He didn't seem suitable for me. So I wasn't rude. I just said, I'm not interested. I'd rather reply and respond than leave them waiting and hanging on. So I just said, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And that was that. So I went out of my flat, went onto the field, walked Max around it. I'd seen Kim walking out of the co-op, and she had her back turned to me and her long blonde hair hanging down. And then when I was walking, 3 of the co-op staff had their backs turned to me. The one with the vape pipe and 2 other staff had their backs turned to me as I walked on the opposite side. And this guy with hair like mine, but green and black, went into the co-op. It was a bloke with green hair with black in it, and he went into the co-op. So I walked jolly on my way down the back of the flats, and there was a man like the bloke that had texted me saying that he was interested in me, with his big bum crack showing. So he was doing the weeding, and his big arse crack was like in my face. So I carried on walking. There was a girl on her mobile phone poking her head round the door, and then she saw me and shut the door. The usual scenario. I'm happy by myself, right? And it's trying to provoke a reaction out of me, and it's not working. They should give up because I'm just ignoring it. I'm an adult. I don't do stupid things to attract attention to myself. I don't need to. And I'm certainly not an attention seeker. I don't seek the limelight. I am now fading into the background and keeping quiet. And that's how it's going to be. So I went down there and I went round the corner and I started to spit with rain, and I went into the flat. This is my post, which I'll read the magazine a bit later. It's all fake and baloney. It's all balls. It's all fake. Right? I live in the real world. I pinch myself, I'm real. I don't know if anybody else is. I don't know. I don't trust anyone. And I'm not being used anymore. You're not, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just sitting in the background. Everyone can get on with their shit. I'm in my flat, I'm minding my own business, I'm reading my books, I'm watching the telly, I'm listening to music. We don't need to be stupid, we don't need to be silly, we don't need to cause someone to have a blood pressure explosion and have a heart attack because people are being nasty and rude to them, do we? I'm an adult. I don't need attention. You see, when a baby needs its nappy changed, or it's got nappy rash, or it's got something wrong with it, it will scream, it will cry. And that would draw the attention from the parent to the child, and the parent will see to the child. Now these are adults baring their bottoms, and it's not a pretty sight. A big large man bending down to do his garden with shorts that are too big or too small, falling down so that you can see his bum crack, is not a very pretty sight. And it's just, to some people, they might have thought, oh, fuck you, fuck off, because I turned down this bloke on Flirt Finder. I just thought that his shorts were too big and he needed to pull his shorts up. And I hardly use my phone now, only to listen to music when I go across the field, because I don't need people. I don't need people. The ones that I'm attracting are not the ones I want. Perverts, predators, leches, nasty people. I'll survive and I'll wait till the right person comes along. But I'm not chatting to people on WhatsApp, exchanging dirty pictures. And I don't care what you do to make my life a misery, you cunt. You're not getting any. See you later.